equals mc squared, in which energy is not equal to mass multiplied with the square of the velocity of light, showed that very small amount of mass may be converted into a very large amount of energy.
Every single one of you has something that you're good at. Every single one of you has something to offer.
Layout on the table about Common Core to get this conversation going?
You know, I think the main disputed facts are actually kind of where did Common Core come from and what is it? And I think that the story's kind of gotten on the sides of this, but never really gotten right to the facts. And I think
Common Core is a state initiative that has a lot of pros and cons. We set off on a journey to find out what students and teachers think about Common Core.
Initial thoughts about Common Core?
Common Core is a great way to push students outside of their comfort zone. Common Core is more about the ability to apply your knowledge. It's not just about being able to solve for X, it's about being able to use X to find the answer to a problem in life that you'll run into.
Okay, do you think it is a faster way to learn?
It's not intended to be a faster way. The description that I've heard before is that the old standards used to do everything a mile wide but only an inch deep. Now we're doing the opposite of that. We're only going to cover a small portion of that, maybe a few inches wide, but we're going to go really deep in and make sure that you fully understand it before we move on to the next concept.
Okay, so overall, are you in favor of Common Core?
I'm a big proponent of Common Core. I really like Common Core. Kids need to be able to apply knowledge. No one's going to come up to you and say, here's 2x plus 3 equals 7, go solve for x. They're going to come up to you with a scenario that you're expected to be able to solve the problem and set up that equation.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
What are your initial thoughts about Common Core?
I think Common Core is good for provoking critical thinking skills and deeper skills, but I think the way that it is taught to students can be confusing, but I think the idea is a good idea.
Okay, so in its current state, do you think it's a fast way of learning?
I don't think it's a fast way of learning, but I don't think it's totally ineffective.
So what are your initial thoughts about Common Core?
My initial thoughts, I was initially hesitant with Common Core, but now that we're in year 2 of full implementation, I find that Common Core gives the students a really good opportunity to collaborate with one another and really hone in on their skills and figure out how they can learn each lesson as opposed to the teacher telling them.
So do you think that Common Core is a faster way of learning?
A faster way? No, I don't feel it's a faster way of learning. I actually feel that it slows down the pace of the students taking in the information, and they really get a chance to pick it apart. So it takes a little bit longer to get through some of our lessons.
So in general, are you in favor of Common Core?
I am now in favor of Common Core. The challenges are there, but I still really do. I have been enjoying it the last 2 years.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Here are what our fellow classmates think about Common Core.
What do you think about Common Core?
I think Common Core is a slow way to learn things, but even though it goes in depth.
What do you think about Common Core?
I think Common Core, it depends on what the teachers are teaching us. If they teach us like like if they teach us anything that we haven't learned in the past, then yeah. But if they teach us anything repeated, then it's not, Common Core isn't that good.
Alright, what do you think about Common Core?
I think Common Core has really changed our lives. It's made us explain about what we need to do in our society and helped us apply what we're learning today.
We personally believe that Common Core should be discussed by the candidates for the upcoming 2016 election. Education is an important part of America's future, and it creates the masterminds who change the world.